Hello everybody, today I found a recent game on Steam. It's kinda like those choose your own adventure books that you used to read as a kid. So just sit back, relax, grab yourself a snack or something to drink, and let's get right into it. The spaceship made of metal and super strong plastic slowly floats through the vastness of outer space. It is a true technological masterpiece, perfection of modern engineering. Thanks to solar batteries coupled with thermonuclear energy, the ship can be fully self-sufficient for millennia. The ship's mission is to collect data on a newly discovered exoplanet. A beautiful exoplanet, located at an ideal distance from the sun, so similar to Earth, but slightly larger in size. Life is possible on such a planet, and this expedition has yet to find out if it exists there. The planet was given the name Ackerman 10, like Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan. Nice. Your actions? So now this is where it gets interesting. We have choices to make in this game. Maybe we should investigate the planet. Ooh, so it looks like we're scanning areas of the planet. Okay. Ooh. So is this the surface of the planet? Oh, there's an area right there. The scan shows that the atmosphere of the planet is comparable to the atmosphere of the Earth. The air on the planet should be practically no different from that on Earth. Well, that's good news for us. Let's keep looking. Ooh, another area. According to the images, 70% of the planet is occupied by water, while dense forests can be seen on land. Ooh, interesting. Oh, there's another mark spot. Data on the presence of intelligent life on the planet has not been established. So you're telling me there could be aliens. I don't know if I appreciate that. Ooh. The temperature in the observed zone is about 37 degrees Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit? Oh shit, that's like 98 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty toasty. It is amazing what things we have discovered based on external observation alone. These data not only confirmed our guesses, but also exceeded our wildest expectations. This planet is truly unique. Initially, the purpose of this mission was external observation and data collection, but how much more can we learn from being directly on the planet itself? I'm not quite sure. I think somewhere in the galaxy, according to some articles I read, they are able to be inhabited by us, but they're so far away there's no possibility of us reaching there. So I wonder how far in the future this takes place. Or if we're even from Earth originally. However, there's only one crew member present on the ship. His task, if necessary, is to eliminate external breakdowns of the ship. The crew is absolutely not prepared for an expedition to another planet. Initially, there was no such task. The mission involves only external observation. It's too risky an idea to send a person there, especially without preparation. However, all the most amazing discoveries were accompanied by risk. Your actions? Well, if I send somebody out, they might die, but we might discover something groundbreaking. I've always been somebody for new discoveries. Why not? Nick Strange, the only member of the crew of the Aurora 7 ship, arrived at Ackerman 10. His task is to collect samples of soil, water, plants, and give an overall assessment of the planet. How did I even agree to this? I didn't even get the proper training. What if something happens to the ship while I'm here? Well, it's best not to think about that. The sooner I complete the task, the sooner I'm out of here. Sounds good, Nick. That must be our ship, a space capsule that is usually used for emergency evacuation of the crew. It is not designed for independent flight. Therefore, when Nick completes the task, the ship will have to pick him up along with the capsule. I see. Let's check out these other areas. Huh? Snow? In this heat? Ooh, that's freaky. Ugh. No, this is something else. It's not snow. Well, what could it be? Nick took a piece of bark from one of the trees to analyze. It was too smooth to the touch, something like a piece of rubber. Ooh, might that be a rubber tree? Nick raised his head and saw above him a huge dome from the folds, of which yellowish particles were falling out. It was fungal spores of enormous size. I don't know if it was such a good idea to come here. Nick took samples of the mushroom spores. Hopefully I'm not infected now. It was a dense jungle filled with fern-like plants, Mushrooms of various sizes were everywhere. Nick took a sample of the plant. Cool, so we're basically just taking samples to learn more about this planet. The sound of a waterfall gave Nick a sense of harmony and calm. Wow, look at that. It's a mushroom waterfall. Nick took a water sample. Amazingly, microorganisms were found in the water, and Nick was the first of all people to encounter aliens, albeit microscopic ones. However, he wasn't thrilled with the idea. Nick just wanted to get back to the ship as soon as possible. Alright, well, let's get back. I've collected all the samples you need. Come pick me up. I'm sorry. You're gonna be on this planet for a while, Nick. The connection's bad. I must have misheard. I've collected all the samples. When are you coming to pick me up? I'm not coming, Nick. There's more data I'm interested in getting. I advise you to follow my instructions. It's in your best interest, Nick. What the hell's going on? Hey, I got nothing here. No food, no water. Do you understand? That's the point. I want to collect data on how humans will survive in the conditions of this planet. What did you just say? Imagine how much data we get from an experiment like this. I'm gonna die in here, you goddamn machine. In the event of your death, I can get even more data. I'm interested in how the body decomposition process works there. Enough of this nonsense. Get me in touch with the control center. Let's see how they like your ideas. I'm sorry, Nick. I can't do it. We need to begin the experiment. Now, see? See this right here? This is why I don't like AI. Soon they're gonna be making the decisions, not us. No, I didn't sign up for this. You hear me? Hello? Shit. It's a wonderful world. Nick was left completely alone. The only thing he was lucky about was having a scanner. Thanks to the scanner, he was able to determine which of the plants were poisonous to him. With this, he was able to find food that was safe to eat. I wonder how much of it was poisonous. He spent his nights inside the escape pod, trying to contact the ship every day. No one will ever find me. No one will come to the rescue. I'm alone. Sometimes he thought he could hear footsteps among the rustling leaves, or that someone was watching him from the shadows of the mushroom trees. Ooh, that's pretty frickin' spooky. Nick also discovered that some mushroom spores are hallucinogens. Ooh, that's fun. He began to inhale these spores for pleasure. I am the king of this planet. This is Nick's planet. This is my mushroom. Are you listening? It's mine. Oh, this whole land belongs to me. I'm the law. Is anyone against it? Not hear no objections. Nick looks pretty cool. Look at his beard and his hair. He's a true mountain man. Oh God, help me. Oh. Naked, spore smeared, he ran through the boundless jungle, chasing the ghostly silhouette. He screamed for all he was worth. From anger, from fear, from joy, from loneliness, but no one could hear him. The end. Well, I guess we got one of the endings. I wonder how many endings this game has. The planet was given the name Ackerman 10. I guess this time we should explore the ship. Ooh, take a look around. An exoplanet can be seen behind the porthole. Man, don't you love portholes? I could just stick my head through that if I could. Panel with different icons and indicators changing on the display. Here, the crew monitors the status of the ship's various systems. Well, what's to the right of us? Ooh, this is the crew's living quarters. This is a place to relax, sleep, do some business of your own. It does look mighty comfy, especially this bed. It's not time to go to rest yet. Okay then, Nick. Whatever you say. Alright, I think we explored this place pretty good. This is a warehouse where you can find everything you need, like food and stuff. Boxes with research materials inside. Pretty convenient. This is a terminal where you can view a list of everything that is inside the storage. Behind these panels is an invention that changed the world. This ship is capable of restoring water and oxygen reserves on its own. Of course, the amount of water and oxygen produced is strictly limited, but enough to sustain the life of one adult human individual. That's pretty cool. Once we get to the point where we could do stuff like that, I think space travel with people might become more available. This is the escape pod. Oh, so this is the one that Nick was living in down there. In case of danger, the crew can use an escape pod. I wonder if I can hop in it right now. I guess not. This is a research laboratory. Wow, they have one built into the ship. The ship is pretty big. It has all the necessary equipment for a variety of experiments. This is a capsule for biomaterial research. The object is placed inside the capsule, and after a full scan, you can get its entire composition down to the DNA structure. Pretty amazing stuff you got there. Makes me more curious about what year this is in. This is the brain and heart of the ship. Ooh, in these metal boxes there's a super intelligence capable of replacing an army of scientists. It seems like they put the brains of an army of scientists in there, because all he cared about was research. All computing processes take place here. Wow. This is a gateway, with access to outer space. The ship itself is capable of repairing most of the damage inside its system. However, in some situations, it may be necessary to repair the outside of the ship, and it must be performed by a person. Can I check the outside of the ship? This is the soul of the ship, so to speak. The only body made of flesh and blood on this ship, a real human, Nick Stranger, the only member of the crew of this spacecraft. Nick, you're looking pretty badass there. Well, it looks like that was everything. Maybe I can go to rest now. He sits and looks through the porthole. Before his eyes, an endless dark space is torn apart by small lights of distant stars, but that view doesn't bother him anymore. All his thoughts are turned somewhere, farther away than any stars. Every day, his routine consists of the same things. Every day is repeated with mechanical precision. He has to spend 5 years alone on this ship. It's okay. He's been alone his whole life, except for one period. Memories slowly begin to envelop him, and now it seems he's back on that distant beach. He hears the sound of sea waves, smelling the ocean, and the way the fine rain falls on his face. She danced across the volcanic sand, laughing from happiness. He looked at her admiringly. If only he had known that they would break up in a month. What would he do? He'd honestly probably leave her sooner. I wonder who was at fault. Or if they just weren't meant to be together. Probably nothing. Yeah, that too. The inevitability. No matter how many scenarios he scrolled through in his head, no matter how many solutions he tried to find, the result was always the same. They are too different. She will leave to conquer the next mountains and shores, and he will find himself here in complete isolation inside a perfect and logical system built around him. If only he could see her now, he would say, "Look at me! I'm in a spaceship, bitch!" In this metal can floating in the middle of outer space, he need nothing. Indeed, he doesn't need anything here. No sooner had a tear roll down his cheek than the computer sensed a biochemical reaction in his body and injected sedatives into his blood, which put him to sleep. Intrusion. He was awakened by the loud sound of the alarm. Ooh, he needs to find out what happened. Oh shit, something happened. What happened? Looks like there was an asteroid impact somewhere nearby. Ooh! A multitude of asteroid fragments flew toward the ship. There's external damage to the ship's plating. Crew must proceed to the airlock. Repair work needs to be done. Fuck! Alright, it's time to go. A chunk of meteorite struck in the plating of the ship. No serious damage was found. That looks pretty serious. Nick's done this kind of repair and training many times before. The work will be completed in a few hours. This rock, however, there's something appealingly unusual about it. Maybe it's its coloring that seems to shimmer with all the colors of the rainbow. Maybe Nick just wanted to find something to do. Guess once the ship was fixed, he'd have nothing to do again, so he decided to take the meteorite with him on the ship. Oh no, his strength was rapidly leaving him, and his desire to explore the meteorite was replaced by a desire to go to bed as soon as possible. Hopefully there's no aliens inside of it. The job took him more effort and time than he had bargained for. He needs to find the strength to take the meteorite to the warehouse and then go to bed. Okay, where did I put the meteorite? Well, I don't see it anywhere on the ship, so maybe I should just head to bed. He can't go to bed with a rock in his hands. He has to take it to the warehouse first. Oh, he's holding it. Okay, here's the warehouse. He put the meteorite in a hermetic container. It's been a long time since he's had this much to do. Nick felt joy. Did he even notice how he cut himself? The nanobots healed his wound instantly. Although the wound was deep, there wasn't even a scar left. He couldn't stop thinking about his new find. While it's most likely just a rock, still, maybe he'll get lucky and find something interesting. Like alien life? Or maybe a new element. At last, the succession of monotonous days would be interrupted. The thought warmed him. Well, good for you, Nick. Time to get some shut-eye. In the glow of the fiery setting sun, there she stood. He could feel the warm summer air blowing. Although he couldn't see her face, he knew that the girl standing under the tree was Mary, his beloved. He ran to her with open arms. When he got closer, he saw that she was pregnant. Oh, is she holding the meteorite? She was holding a stone in her hands, and for some reason, it seemed to him that this stone was her child. Their child. It also seemed to him that she was pregnant with the stone that was about to be born. The more he thought about it, the more uncomfortable he became. A feeling of nausea was creeping up on him. Suddenly, Mary began to laugh and her face took on a dark, sinister hue. She was laughing at him, and he felt incredibly pathetic, as if it was his fault that she only gave birth to stones. Don't look at me like that. You must have cheated on me with the thing. Ah! She laughed louder and louder. At the same time, her face became more and more deformed. Her eyes seemed about to fall out of their sockets. Nick couldn't keep looking at her face anymore, but wherever he turned, Mary's insane grin haunted him. This stone is our baby. Our baby. Our baby. Well, Nick, look at it. Isn't it beautiful? This is our baby. Nick looked down and saw a stone under his feet. Veins were coming out of the stone, and in the center of it lay an infant who did not move or make a sound. Nick woke up feeling a metallic taste in his mouth. That's not good. Apparently, the nanobots overdid the medicine. He never had such a vivid nightmare before. After awakening, he still had some discomfort for some time. Time to get the meteorite from the warehouse and take it to the lab. He hopes the work will help him get his mind off these dreams. Dude, Nick, you're having some fucked up dreams, man. Nick took the meteorite. Let's see what this stuff is made out of. Start the scanning process. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, scan it. Scan it more. Yeah, scan it. Keep scanning. Ooh, yeah. We're almost there. Surprisingly, the top layer of the meteorite is warm. Something's obviously heating it from the inside. It is necessary to continue scanning. You don't have to tell me twice. I was born for this. Oh, yeah, more. Give me more. Scan that shit. Amazingly, living microorganisms have been found in the deeper layers of the meteorite. More scanning. Give me your organisms. Give them to me. The meteorite is getting warmer and warmer. It's not just a space rock. More scanning! Yeah, I love scanning. Yeah. This rock looks like there are living organs inside the meteorite. This meteorite is alive. Stunned by such a discovery, Nick didn't know what he should do next. Millions of thoughts swirled around in his head, and he was both terrified and ecstatic. However, the nanobots in his blood quickly adjusted Nick's condition to calm. He needed to go to bed. The machine doesn't like to have its logical routine disrupted. Revelation. Nick was sleeping very soundly this time, and he didn't dream. When he woke up, he continued to feel tired. Couldn't open his eyes. It's so odd, because nanobots have to regulate his levels of vivacity, and he can barely move his hand. Maybe they're tired too. Nick grinned at the thought and put a hand over his face, trying to wipe his eyes. Immediately, he felt something completely wrong. He felt something hard, like bones pressed into his face. Ooh! What the hell? Nick's horror was unparalleled. Something had to be done quickly. What to do? Shit, do I cut off the arm? What if I'll cut off the arm. No. I'll do nothing. Nick nervously paced around the various compartments of the ship, unable to find a place of his own. He tried to find all sorts of reasons for what was happening to him. Maybe the ship overdosed him on drugs, and he hallucinated. Nick looked at his hand again, and mouth was still there. No, hallucinations can't last that long. Maybe I should ask the ship what's happening to me. Yeah, I'll ask the ship. Nick decided to ask the ship what was happening to him. After all, the ship has his body under 24-hour surveillance. The ship responded to Nick's request. After interacting with the meteorite, your DNA structure began to change. It's hard to say exactly what caused this drastic change. Your condition is being monitored. All data is recorded and sent to the Earth. Analysis and observation. Are you kidding me? How do I stop it? There is no way to stop the mutation process at this stage. But there must be a way to cure me. I'm not aware of it. Then send a ship to Earth. See if they can help me there. I can't turn the ship towards Earth. Damn it. Alright, I'll use the escape pod. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. Why is that? The task of our mission has changed. What the hell kind of task? I'm mutating. Hello, I need help now. The new objective of this mission is to observe and investigate Specimen A and B. What are the specimens? Specimen A and B? What are these? Specimen A is meteorite derived by Nick Stranger aboard the ship. And Specimen B? Specimen B is Nick Stranger. Whoa! No! Nick's vision went dark. He suddenly felt how enclosed a space he was in, and that he had nowhere to run. His heart was pounding wildly in his chest. Noticing this, the ship immediately injected him with a tranquilizer. Waking up, Nick found himself on his bed. He had a hard time accepting the reality he found himself in. Time passed, and his condition deteriorated significantly. Oh, no! More and more mouths and limbs grew on his body. He tried to escape via escape pod, but the ship wouldn't let him in. He thought about ejecting himself into outer space, but the ship wouldn't let him. It's not even a life. Nick decided to take desperate measures. However, he could only do temporary damage to himself. The ship would immediately heal all his wounds, no matter what he tried to do. No matter how hard he tried, it was getting him nowhere. At one point, Nick just laid down and started screaming. His body was getting worse. He screamed louder and louder. With all his many mouths and his body continued to deform, swelling in some places and gaining new limbs in others. Nick's body sprawled further, filling this space of the ship. Holy shit! Even transformed into a monstrous creature, Nick still retained consciousness. He thought back to the good old days, the time when he was human. He remembered once walking on the beach and having a girl he loves. Tormented by his own memories, not able to escape or die, he screamed every day in agony. And 1,000 mouths screamed with him. The end. Well, shit. I think we should continue this at another time. Let me know in the comments what you think about this so far. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe to see some of my future content. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you later.